Have you ever noticed that as we age, our world becomes a little quieter? Maybe the phone doesn't ring as much as it used to. Maybe family members are busy with their own lives. Maybe friends have moved away, slowed down, or no longer reach out the way they once did. And even if we're surrounded by people, we can still feel deeply alone. If you're over 60, you're not imagining it. According to the National Institute on Aging, nearly 1 in 4 adults aged 65 and older are considered socially isolated, and approximately 35% of adults over 45 report feeling lonely. But here's the hopeful part. You can feel connected again. You can rebuild meaningful relationships, and you can rediscover daily joy starting today. Let me share Dorothy's story. Dorothy is a 72-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. After her husband passed away 3 years ago, she found herself spending entire days without speaking to anyone. Her children lived in different states. Her close friends had their own health challenges. Dorothy told me she would wake up each morning wondering, does anyone even notice I'm here anymore? But 6 months ago, Dorothy made one small decision that changed everything. She joined a local gardening club just once a week, and today she has 3 new friends, a reason to get up every Tuesday morning, and she says she feels like herself again. Welcome to Senior Health Facts, your trusted home for practical, science-backed advice on living your healthiest, most connected life. After 60, if feeling less alone and more purposeful matters to you, please hit that subscribe button. We're here to walk this journey with you. In this video, we'll explore the real reasons many seniors feel socially disconnected, what emotional and physical signals to watch for, and most importantly, simple, practical steps you can take to rebuild connection, purpose, and belonging. No matter where you're starting from, let's begin gently. Social isolation doesn't happen all at once. It's usually a combination of small changes that slowly stack up over the years. And here's what most people don't realize. Loneliness isn't just an emotional issue. It affects your physical health in profound ways. Why are seniors more vulnerable to social isolation? Research from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health shows that social isolation can increase the risk of premature death by up to 50%, comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It's also linked to higher rates of heart disease, stroke, depression, cognitive decline, and weakened immune function. But why does this happen? As we age, several biological and social factors converge. Life transitions happen all at once. When people hit 60, 65, or 70, a lot changes in a short amount of time. Retirement, loss of daily colleagues, relocation, children moving away, changing energy levels, and shifts in daily routines. These transitions can make life feel unfamiliar and disconnected. Even if nothing bad happens, you don't lose your social world in one day. It slips away through tiny, unnoticed changes. Mobility and transportation challenges, something as simple as no longer driving, avoiding night travel, or discomfort walking long distances can reduce social contact dramatically. Not because someone doesn't want to go out, but because going out becomes more stressful than staying home. Shifts in friendships over time. Friends move away. Health changes, interests evolve, or people simply lose touch. It's not anyone's fault. Friendships require effort, and as life changes, many connections naturally weaken, feeling out of the loop in a digital world. Technology connects people, but it can also create distance. Some seniors feel overwhelmed by texting you, unsure about video calls, disconnected from fast-paced social media, or hesitant to ask younger people for help. Feeling behind can create emotional distance even from close family, the silent PR. Oblum, emotional withdrawal. Some seniors quietly withdraw because of grief, loss of purpose, self-consciousness, feeling like a burden, or simply not knowing where to start again, according to a 2023 study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society. Prolonged social isolation can accelerate cognitive decline by as much as 40% and significantly increase the risk of developing dementia. The truth is simple. Humans need connection at every age. And loneliness is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign that your heart still wants companionship. Think of it this way, just like a plant needs water and sunlight to thrive, your emotional and physical health needs human connection to flourish. When that connection fades, everything else begins to wilt. It's important to recognize the signs and patterns that deepen social isolation, not to judge yourself, but to understand your emotional landscape so you can make small, powerful changes. Sign number 1. You speak less. Throughout the day, many seniors go hours, even entire days, without a real conversation. According to the National Institute on Aging, prolonged silence and lack of verbal interaction can lead to increased feelings of depression and anxiety. When we don't speak, we lose practice in expressing ourselves, which can make future interactions feel difficult or awkward. Example: Dorothy shared that before joining her gardening club, she would sometimes go 3 full days speaking only to the cashier at the grocery store. She said, "I didn't even realize how quiet my life had become until I started talking again." Sign number 2. You feel tired, unmotivated, or emotionally drained. Loneliness is emotionally exhausting, and if you're resting all day, research from the Mayo Clinic shows that chronic loneliness triggers stress hormones like cortisol, which can leave you feeling physically fatigued and mentally foggy, even when you haven't done anything physically demanding. Example: many seniors report feeling tired for no reason, but the reason is real. Your emotional health is working overtime trying to cope with isolation. Sign number 3. Small tasks feel heavier than they used to. Without connection, there's less energy and joy in daily life. Tasks like cooking, cleaning, or and getting dressed can feel overwhelming when there's no one to share the day with. Example: one viewer wrote to us, "I used to love cooking, but now cooking for one feels pointless. I eat cereal most nights because I just can't find the motivation." Sign number 4. You feel invisible. Feeling overlooked, unheard, or unimportant is extremely common among isolated seniors. A 2024 study from the Cleveland Clinic found that feelings of invisibility and lack of purpose are among the strongest predictors of depression in older adults. Example: Dorothy said, "I would walk in to a room and feel like I didn't matter anymore, like I was just taking up space." Sign number 5. You stop initiating contact. You might think, "I don't want to bother anyone. Maybe next time," but this reinforces isolation. Unintentionally, when you stop reaching out, others assume you're okay or they forget to check in. Example: one senior told us, "I waited for my kids to call. Weeks went by. When I finally called them, they said, 'Mom, we thought you wanted space.' We were both waiting for each other." Sign number 6. Your days start to blend together. When social contact decreases, time loses structure. Days feel the same. You forget what day it is. There's no anticipation, no variety, no rhythm. Example, Dorothy said every day felt like the same gray cloud. I couldn't tell Monday from Saturday anymore. Sign number 7, you withdraw from activities you once enjoyed. When isolation deepens, even hobbies lose their appeal, according to Harvard Health. This is often an early warning sign of depression when joy fades from things that once brought happiness. Example, I used to knit blankets for my grandchildren, but I stopped. It just didn't feel fun anymore when no one was around to share it with. If you recognize any of these signs, please know you're not alone and you're not stuck. Because now we enter the solution section, the part where everything begins to shift. Have you felt any of these signs in your own life? Comment below. I read every single one, and your story might help someone else feel less all. 1. These are practical, doable steps you can start today, even if you live alone, have limited mobility, or haven't socialized in a long time. Each one is designed to gently rebuild your social world without overwhelming you. Tip number 1. Start with micro connections. You don't need a large friend group. You don't need constant activity. You don't need to transform your life overnight. All you need is small moments of human warmth. Examples include saying hello to a neighbor, chatting briefly with a cashier, joining a short morning walk group, talking to someone at the park, or checking in with one person per day. According to a 2023 study in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, even brief social interactions like a 2-minute conversation with a stranger can significantly boost mood and reduce feelings of loneliness. These simple interactions add up. They gently reawaken your social muscles. Think of it as stretching, not renting. Dorothy's experience. I started by just smiling at my mailman. Then we started chatting about the weather. Now he asks how my week was. It sounds small, but it made me feel seen again. Tip number 2. Reconnect with one person from your past. Choose one, an old friend, a distant cousin, a former colleague, someone you lost touch with, or someone you care about but haven't spoken to in years. Send a simple message. Hello, I was thinking of you. How have you been? No pressure. No long explanation, just a warm opening. Research from the University of Michigan and shows that rekindling old friendships can be easier and more rewarding than building new ones from scratch because there's already shared history and trust. You'll be surprised how many people respo. And with joy, real example from our community. One viewer reconnected with her college roommate after 40 years. They now video call every Sunday morning. Tip number 3. Join communities designed for seniors. The key is shared interest, not forced socializing. According to the National Institute on Aging, seniors who participate in group activities at least once a week report 47% higher life satisfaction than those who don't. Options include local community centers, gardening clubs, walking groups, book clubs, senior exercise classes, choir groups, senior AFT groups, religious or spiritual communities, and volunteering circles or online groups such as Facebook communities for seniors, hobby-based forums, virtual language or exercise groups, and idle pen pal programs. You don't need to speak much. Just being present builds connection naturally. Dorothy's experience. I didn't talk much in my first gardening club meeting. I just listened. By the third week, I felt comfortable enough to share my tomato growing tips. Now I have 3 friends I text regularly. Tip number 4. Build a weekly routine that ensures social contact. Create a simple, repeatable structure. Monday, morning walk. Wednesday, 30-minute call with family. Friday, community activity. Sunday, coffee with a neighbor. Routine prevents drift. Routine eats predictability. Routine reduces loneliness dramatically. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that seniors with structured social routines experience 30% less depression and anxiety. Your emotional health loves structure. Tip number 5. Learn a new skill or hobby. Pick something simple, enjoyable, low pressure, and ideally social. Great choices for seniors include painting, group exercise, choir, cooking classes, learning digital skills, photography, gentle dance classes, gardening, and Tai Chi. When you learn, you grow. When you grow, you feel alive. When you feel alive, you naturally connect. A 2024 study from Harvard Medical School found that seniors who learn new skills in group settings report significantly higher cognitive function and emotional well-being than those who learn alone. Real story. One of our viewers, 68-year-old Robert from Texas, joined a beginner painting class at his library. He said, "I hadn't picked up a brush since high school. But now I paint every week with 5 other people and we laugh the whole time." Tip number 6. Use technology as a bridge, not a barrier. You don't need to be a tech expert, just learn the basics that help you stay connected. Video calling using FaceTime, Zoom, or WhatsApp, texting, sending photos, joining online groups, and voice messages. Ask a younger person to teach you. They love helping more than you think. According to a RP, seniors who use video calls at least twice a week report feeling 40% more connected to family and friends. Dorothy's experience. My granddaughter taught me how to FaceTime. Now I see my great-grandchildren every Sunday. It's not the same as being there, but it fills my heart. Tip number 7. Volunteer. It's the fastest way to feel needed again. Many seniors say volunteering gives them purpose, routine, belonging, emotional warmth, friendships, and joy. It reminds you that you still have so much to give. Research from the Corporation for National and Community Service shows that seniors who volunteer have 44% lower mortality rates and those who don't, even when controlling for other health factors. Places to volunteer include community centers, local events, churches or temples, libraries, senior support groups, and food distribution programs. Helping others also helps you reconnect with yourself. Real story. One viewer volunteers at a local animal shelter twice a week. She said, "Those dogs don't care that I'm 73. They're just happy to see me. And that makes me happy too." Tip number 8. Create meaningful daily rituals. Connection isn't only about people, it's also your relationship with life itself. Try morning gratitude journaling, short meditation, reading outside, feeding birds, watering plants, listening to music, or calling one person daily. According to the Cleveland Clinic, daily rituals create emotional stability and give your brain a sense of purpose and structure, both of which combat loneliness. These rituals bring calm, purpose, and emotional stability. Tip number 9. Don't wait for others to initiate. This is one of the most transformative insights. People aren't ignoring you. They're just busy. But they're happy when you reach out first. A simple message works wonders. Thinking of you today. Want to grab coffee this week? I'd love to catch up. Reaching out isn't burdening someone. It's giving both of you a gift. Dorothy's insight. I realized my kids weren't avoiding me. They were just overwhelmed with work and kids. When I started texting first, they were so happy to hear from me. Tip number 10, create a connection list of 5 people. Write down 5 people you like, 5 people you feel safe with, or 5 people you'd like to reconnect with. Each week, contact one. Check in, send a message, or share a photo. This small structure slowly rebuilds your social circle. Research from the University of Pennsylvania shows that maintaining just 3 to 5 close relationships provides the same emotional benefits as having dozens of casual acquaintances. Start today. Try just one of these tips this week, and share in the comments which one you're going to try. I'll be cheering you on. Let me tell you the rest of Dorothy's story. Dorothy, the 72-year-old retired teacher I mentioned at the beginning, once needed help just getting out of bed. She felt invisible. She felt forgotten. She told me, "I thought my life was over. I thought I had nothing left to give." But then she made one small decision. She joined that gardening club just once a week. She didn't talk much at first, she just showed up. By the second month, she had exchanged phone numbers with 2 other members. By the 4th month, they were meeting for coffee outside of Club Ho. RS. By the 6th month, Dorothy was leading a workshop on growing heirloom tomatoes. Today, Dorothy says, "I didn't just find friends. I found myself again. I found purpose. I found joy, and I'm reminded every single day that I still matter." You deserve to feel the same way Dorothy does now. You deserve to wake up with something to look forward to. You deserve to feel seen, heard, and valued. You deserve connection, laughter, and companionship, no matter how long it's been since you felt that way. Here's your challenge. Start with just one small change this week. Pick one tip from this video, just one, and commit to trying it. Maybe it's saying hello to a neighbor. Maybe it's texting an old friend. Maybe it's joining one group activity. Just one step. That's all it takes to begin. And if you're ready to feel better, to feel more connected, to feel more alive, subscribe to Senior Health Facts right now so you don't miss the next step in your journey. We're here with you every single week. Many people ask, what if I'm too shy or anxious to reach out to people? Start small. You don't need to have deep conversations right away. A simple hello or a smile is enough. Micro-connections build confidence over time. Research shows that even people with social anxiety see significant improvement when they practice small, low-pressure interactions regularly. Another common concern is, what if I don't have transportation to join groups or activities? Many communities offer senior transportation services, or you can explore online groups that meet virtually. Video calls, online hobby forums, and virtual book clubs are wonderful alternatives. You can also ask family members or neighbors if they'd be willing to help with rides once a week. Some people worrying, what if I've tried reaching out before and people didn't respond? Don't give up. Sometimes timing matters. Try reaching out to different people or try again after a few weeks. Remember, one no doesn't mean everyone will say no. Keep trying. Your effort will eventually be met with warmth. Others wonder, what if I don't have any hobbies or interests anymore? That's okay. You can rediscover old interests or try something completely new. Start by asking yourself, what did I enjoy 10, 20, or 30 years ago? Or simply explore what's available in your community and see what feels right. Sometimes just showing up is enough to spark curiosity again. And finally, how long does it take to feel less lonely? It varies for everyone, but many people report feeling noticeably better within 4 to 6 weeks of making consistent small changes. The key is consistency, not perfection. Even one meaningful interaction per week can make a significant difference. Let me share some practical guidance on what to avoid and what to replace it with. Instead of waiting for others to reach out, which reinforces feelings of invisibility, reach out first with a simple message. This rebuilds connection and shows people you care, rather than staying home all week, which reduces opportunities for interaction. Join one weekly group activity to create routine and social structure. If you find yourself thinking I'm a burden, which stops you from asking for help or company, remind yourself that people want to connect. This opens the door to meaningful relationships instead of avoiding technology, which limits connection with distant family. Learn one digital skill like video calls to expand your ability. Why to stay in touch and rather than giving up after one attempt, which prevents future opportunities. Try again with different people or groups to increase your chances of finding the right fit. Here's a daily routine suggestion to help you build consistent connection. In the morning, start your day with a micro connection. Say hello to a neighbor, send a quick text to a friend, or make one phone call. At lunchtime, eat mindfully and reflect on one thing you're grateful for. If possible, have lunch with someone or video call a family member. In the evening, engage in a meaningful daily ritual. Water your plants, journal about your day, listen to music, or read a chapter of a book. And as a bonus, once a week, try something new or attend a group activity. Mark it on your calendar so it becomes a commitment, not just an idea. Save this guidance, print it out, share it with someone you care about, and remember, small steps repeated consistently create big change. The information we've shared today comes from respected research sources. The National Institute on Aging has documented social isolation and loneliness statistics among older adults in 2023. Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health has examined the health risks of social isolation. The Journal of the American Geriatric Society published findings on social isolation and cognitive decline. The Mayo Clinic Health Library has explored the physical effects of chronic loneliness. The Cleveland Clinic has studied emotional well-being and daily rituals for seniors. The Journal of Social and Personal Relationships documented the benefits of brief social interactions. The University of Michigan researched rekindling old friendships and emotional well-being, RPR. Research examined technology use and connection among seniors. The Corporation for National and Community Service studied volunteering and mortality rates. And Harvard Medical School investigated earning new skills in group settings and cognitive health. Now, before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Everything we've shared today is for educational purposes to help you make informed choices about your emotional and social well-being. I always encourage you to work with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes, especially if you're experiencing symptoms of depression, severe anxiety, or other mental health concerns. They know your personal health history best and can guide you on what's right for your specific situation. Every person is unique, and what works wonderfully for Dorothy and Robert might need small adjustments for you. Your healthcare team is your best partner in this journey toward stronger connections and better emotional health. If you've been feeling lonely or disconnected, please remember this. You are not alone, and you are not forgotten. You still matter. Our presence still brings warmth to the world. And there are people, maybe more than you realize, who would love to reconnect with you. Start small, start gently, start today. If this video brought you comfort, clarity, or courage, don't hesitate to share it with someone who might need it too. Thank you for spending this time with me, and as always, take care, stay connected, and stay hopeful.